Testing, testing. There we go. My mic wasn't even on. Please don't open up on the main screen. Oh my god. There's got to be some setting you can change so other apps don't open up on the main screen, right? Fuck, guys. I opened Discord and I got distracted by something. Okay. What the fuck was I doing? Why did I even open Discord? Fuck. Oh. Jesus. I am major ADHD brain. Here we go. What's that number of sales? Ooh. Dealer. Nice. Total title points. 1545. Is that how much SG I got? Now, farming titles actually is a pretty decent way to get SG. How much SG do I have? Anyway, 4,000 again. Anything I want from this? I could. Hold on. 20 plays is what I can do. Yeah, song and wish. I don't have one or... Okay, I need wish. Because I have song now. When did I get song? I don't even remember getting song. Huh. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Wait, man, so much shit. Can't even overlay this. Oh no, I can. I just need the where is it? Small window. We're gonna wait. I can just picture in picture, put it over here. I'll make it like that should be big enough for me to be able to watch it pretty decently. Oh fuck. It's one. Nice.
About when a large company buys an
Oh god, it's so loud. I forgot. I need to turn down the volume too.
another company, typically they will want the key executives in that company to stay on for some amount of time. So they will either make them an offer or they will make the sale of the company, like itself, contingent on those executives staying the course with that company. And the way they will reward those executives is with a vesting schedule of parent stock, meaning that for 2 to 4 years, usually, they will pay the employee an impressive salary, but also stock units of the original company. So when I sold CLG to Madison Square Garden, I was offered a contract where I would earn stock in Madison Square Garden if I stayed on for a certain period of time. Now, I ended up refusing that contract because I kind of saw the direction esports was going. I wanted to go into the influencing world. Other people, like my business partner George, accepted that contract, right, and then stayed with CLG to this day. But I just didn't want to do it. You know, I have a lot of reasons for that nobody probably cares about, so I'm not going to get into it. But those executives at Twitch were offered the same deal. And around the time of 2020, you started to see a lot of those executives depart because naturally those vesting schedules came to an end.
You can actually find rooms now.
Frankly,
Let's go.
In a $1 billion sale, every one of those executives, for the amount of equity they held, was donezo. I mean, like done for the rest of your life, done, right? So it's understandable that just by virtue of that, those guys peaced out. Now, there's no fault here. There's no like real thing to say. This is just a part of acquisitions. Your key executives are eventually going to leave, and this is a big reason why a lot of companies that get acquired by larger companies stall out and just kind of don't go anywhere. Because after the vesting schedule for those employees is through, those people just peace out. They leave, and that's the end of it. And it's real hard to get that vision back, because if you don't have key leadership that stays, you just kind of lose the way. Now, Emmett Shear has survived his vesting schedule, rescheduled different vesting schedules, and keeps going. Has more money than God, and somehow stays in as CEO. I have no idea why. Don't ask me. Particularly when he just seems so disinterested in the direction of the company. I can't tell you how many former Twitch employees would tell me that they would go into meetings with him with these like carefully prepared presentations and everything. He'd just be playing Hearthstone on a tablet and just kind of like nod his head, just completely disconnected, right? Like, he just has no business being CEO. And I don't understand it. A little bit here about sort of Twitch do better. So this was kind of this is like 2019-ish, 2020-ish is like when Twitch is starting to have all of these problems with trust and safety. So Sarah Clemens, the chief operating officer, was a big part, now departed, was a very big part of initiating kind of all of these sort of trust and safety drama, the ban stuff, sort of trying to tighten Twitch up as an entertainment platform to be more friendly to advertisers. Now, she was being pressured heavily by Amazon to do that, and but also that was, I think, well within her vision. And although I think Sarah was is and was a fair executive, I'm not, like, just as a personal opinion, I don't think that she was really a really great fit for Twitch, which again I think was like I think she was part of that that group of people that couldn't see Twitch as like the gaming niche website that it was meant to be. Then you had the chief content officer, the person that was responsible for like content direction, Aragorn. I think he did see it, but just like lacked the power to be able to like really influence like the sort of bigger heads at Amazon and Sarah and Emmett in that direction. So Sarah actually implemented a lot of the changes that you saw to trust and safety, and she was responsible for a lot of the sort of disconnect between the community and the streamers, when a lot of like bans were being handed out for like no reason. There was some favoritism being played on the side of Twitch. This was just a whole kind of historical direction that it took as a result of like Sarah's just kind of influence. Now, and obviously, like, when I'm talking about a leader like this, she's one aspect of many hundreds of people that are working under her, right? Like these people are not exclusively responsible, nor should they be held like entirely accountable or for like what happened, right? Like, it's really hard to be a leader. It's really hard to be an executive, and it's particularly hard if you come from a world like Sarah did, of like corporations that just were too big and the vision of them was different. They were like huge platforms, right? They weren't like a niche thing. So a lot of people didn't see that kind of value at Twitch, that had been from this gaming niche, and that caused it, right, over time to just start getting all of these really strange and just bad changes to Twitch, which started like and all this stuff, like we can talk about it forever. But this is where like I would say this is where the public really saw Twitch start to decline. You started to see threads on Reddit every day about some dumb thing that happened to their favorite streamer. You would see no Twitch employees talking to any of those streamers. And you would, I guess most importantly, see no communication from Twitch on these issues, because Twitch again took this like a lot of people wonder in that era and now why Twitch like doesn't make public statements about individual streamers, like if Hassan Abi gets banned or Soda Poppin or something. Why doesn't Twitch like make community posts or like try to talk to the community about that kind of stuff? It's because they see themselves as bigger than it. You see, like they see themselves. It's because of everything we've talked about. The big heads there, they see themselves as an entertainment platform, as a platform. They don't need to focus on an individual streamer like why XQC got banned. It's not important to them, right? They're like, again, it shows this disconnect. Like, oh, it's not our community. These are our users. There's a huge difference, right? These are our users. These are people that use our website, right? They're not our community that like interact and pay and support us. Like, you have to understand, like, Twitch isn't Amazon. Amazon, I go to Amazon and buy stuff. I order a pair of scissors overnight because I need a pair of scissors. I go to Twitch because I believe in the community. Like, it's so blows my mind, and it's so frustrating as a person that's so passionate about Twitch and gaming. I feel like a madman when I say this, that like I can't believe that Twitch executives and the highest and most important people at Twitch never understood this. That if you are going to Twitch, you aren't going there as a user of some tech platform. You're going there to be a part of a community and to be a small part of like a chat and a group of people that know, like, and trust you. You're going because you have an influencer that you really are impressed by, or that you believe in, or because you have friends there or whatever. And like what Twitch did was it disconnected itself from the community by labeling them as users.
I got hit
but
3
man,
times
they
there.
aren't your users, they're your community, because those are the people that are giving you money straight up. They're giving you directly money based on their degree of belief in the support they're giving to influencers. They subscribe, they give bits, not because of Twitch as a platform, because they need to buy products from it, or because they want the latest iPhone. It's because they believe in the people that are running it. So your core on Twitch is and always will be your content creators. And that is what they left behind for the vision of this tech company that's an entertainment platform. This huge vision that was unaccomplishable by a platform like Twitch. And they never understood that. And so that was its downfall. And that is going to continue to be its downfall. And I think that is the reason why I just wanted to like make this video that summarizes why everybody feels this way about Twitch and what happened to lead us to this point. Twitch was, and what happened to lead me to this point, right? Like I have to talk about this because I'm so frustrated that I have to make videos like this. I'm one of the people that genuinely love Twitch, right? Like, I made these videos and I was sad. I was really sad to see over-sexualization come to Twitch in a huge way. I was really sad to see gambling come to Twitch and be completely ignored. I was really sad to see dog shit React content come to Twitch and be championed, right? And unlike YouTube, which was big enough to absorb that hit and kind of throw those people into a category, Twitch became dominated by it and became all about the latest streamer drama and everything that was happening. I remember when Twitch was a website about people who everyone thought was not cool, that we could go do our own thing and everybody could be a part of it. Like, I remember when Twitch was a website where you would go to watch awesome gameplay and you would go to support somebody that you believed in that was trying to become like a full-time pro player or like a full-time content creator. And there's still that aspect of Twitch. Like, despite all of this stuff that has worked against it, and literally every effort of the top executives at Twitch to destroy this. Twitch still maintains that gaming core, and I still love watching little streams on there, 500 viewer streams or less that are about Path of Exile or Elden Ring or something. And Twitch still maintains that sort of meta core and some of the OGs, but I just wonder for how long. And for new people, it's become so difficult to become a content creator on Twitch, if not impossible, because Twitch has made it so inaccessible for new creators to do anything, because they are monetizing the top, they are showing ads and pushing product and pushing resources into the website that make Twitch more money, but don't focus on content creators. So, of course, content creators have no discovery systems, which should have been built on YouTube, on Twitch like they were on YouTube 8 years ago. We should have had search. We should have had tags. We should have had stuff that allowed people to find people. Jesus, why is it that if I make a stream in a category like Elden Ring or something, and I'm number 400 stream, I'm undiscoverable, right? Like, why is there nothing that defines me as unique on Twitch besides the game I'm playing? It's because Twitch focused on monetization features. Twitch focused on features that made the website more money and made more people subscribe for Amazon Prime and made Amazon more money and made Twitch more of like an entertainment platform, rather than focusing on the creators that are the lifeblood, the essence of your website. The essence of your website.
Yeah.
The very core of it. So, despite all of that, Twitch has to this day lived on. And it will. But it will gradually fade like a star and one day be irrelevant to platforms that understand the concept of focusing on their core, right? And eventually there will be a community that supports Twitch, supports what Twitch was better. I don't know when that is, but short of a drastic change in executive direction, I don't see it happening. And if I could convey one emotion to you as a result of all this history, that I hope you're now kind of as caught up as I am on like what really happened, it's sadness, because I actually truly love this website, not only for what it enabled in my life, but also for what it was to and is to so many people. I don't want to see it fail. It really frustrates me. My life is really different now that I stopped streaming. I used to stream every day, and I really still like hang out with that community like all the time on Discord, but I can't live stream there anymore. It's not the same. It's just what's this and this thing about this stupid streamer drama thing, or what this person said, or why this person got banned. It's so dumb, man. It's banal shit that we should be beyond. It's the very core. Like, Twitch, guess what? You succeeded in becoming an entertainment platform. Now you're just like every other social media website that espouses tons of bad feelings, leads people to become depressed, forces people into parasocial infrastructure relationships that don't benefit them, and isn't about anything. It's just a talking box where people echo negativity and bad shit. And there's still some OGs on the platform holding out. You guys that are like the OG gamers or just trying to run a good show, I salute you, man. I truly do, and I support you. Like, that's why I still try to create videos about content creation and how to succeed. Like, if you're still trying to make that happen, like, I believe there's so many people, my close friends, who are kind of seeing this decline. I know you're as disappointed as I am. And I'm so grateful for you all, and I hope you still stream and do this, but I can't do it anymore. You know, I can't go to that meta. So all I can do is talk about it and get people more aware. But I'm grateful for those OGs that keep the website real. So that's what happened to Twitch. That's its history. And I hope that this has been beneficial to you. I talk about this stuff all the time, so subscribe to the channel if you liked it. Also, I have a Discord, discord.gg/Devin. It's in the link down below. And you'll also find my Patreon, patreon.com/Devin Nash. That basically just pays for like research videos and stuff that we do if you want to support that. I also do videos on there. So this is the history of Twitch. That's what happened. And I'm really glad that Cecilia made this article because it allowed us to talk about it. I hope you really enjoyed this video, or even if you didn't, leave me a comment either way, and I'd be happy to read it. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
see. Lemire daggers, Quintel machine guns, Lemire rod. Do I have any gold prim? No. Fixes on useless armor. Oh, so close. Okay. Keep farming. Keep farming. I'm gonna be level 28 soon. So let's close this. All that XP, bro. Jesus. How much do I have left? Oh, yeah. There's going to be a bunch of levels, but it might not be that bad, actually. I'm actually starting to really like this outfit now. It's starting to really grow on me now. Fuck, I lost one. I keep changing weapons. I'm so used to changing weapons to switch to my melee. Not melee, my ranged weapon. Not used to it being on one weapon still. Still not dead? There we go. God damn. What levels do we have here? Also, let me take off this giant fucking task. Hold up. There we go. There it is. Okay, so it is over here now. Nice. Wait, I'm leader now? Oops. When did I become lead? I was waiting for the other guy to invite people this whole time. I was the party leader. That's crazy. What was do I have? 13,000. Yeah, I'm getting that basically instantly. I might get it before we even PSC burst. No, in fact, I'm definitely getting it before we PSC burst. Where the fuck is the up? Yeah, this next mob that we kill. Or these guys we kill. These guys we kill. Leveling up. Level 28, baby. Now. Jesus, that sounds strange. No, I didn't level up. That's crazy. We're gonna level up real soon now. There you go. Another rare drop. Another rare drop. Unless it's relic, I don't give a fuck. Even if it is relic, I really don't give a fuck. I'll sell it for like 5 mil. Rolling my life. What? see. I don't know why he moved all the way up there to do it. I didn't even know you can move forward with that one. With that Photon Blast. Double garbage. Fine, no. Alright. 1729. Can I? Which more do I need? 1759. We got more levels. I could limit break my Griega, but that's expensive as fuck. I don't want to do that. Plus, the level difference would make it not worth. Unless the battle power overrides the level difference, then yeah, I'd go there. Oh, we're almost there. So how long was that there? Was I fighting that thing for no reason for the longest? But I was. I wasn't paying much attention. Put him there. Stop moving your fucking arm, bro. Alright, I'm done with this. We're just gonna shoot it. They really need to make some way to make one weapon be in 2 slots. Because if you multi-weapon, you should be able to have one of them be for like the katana, and then the second one be the same weapon before like my bow, so I can actually make use of the hot bar between both a lot easier without having to upgrade 2 whole fucking weapons. Oh boy. break that leg. Ow. Oh. Are we not broken any legs yet? There we go. Am I not taking any damage right now? What? Oh. What is the hitbox on that? Okay. I was trying to parry it just to see what would happen, but nothing happened. Oh yeah, I can't heal. Forgot. Just die, please. At least if you play perfectly with Braver, you can heal yourself even when you run out of what are these called again? Res designs. So I wish they would bring back the monotite trinite dual might things. Then again, I kind of don't wish they do that. Clog up the hotbar. The hotbar is already pretty clogged up. I don't know how people did it. Back in the day. So yeah, maybe not. Maybe only one healing item is necessary. Yeah, hold on. I need something to watch or listen to, or I'm gonna fucking die of boredom. I need something. Occupy my subconscious. Did you ever finish this video?
Getting the Soviet Union band back together. On the 20th of February, the Russian parliament voted to recognize the independent states of Donetsk and Luhansk. 2 days later, Vladimir Putin ordered Russian troops into these regions, which it now recognizes as part of Russia, but they had no intention of stopping at these borders. Although it's quite clear that the purpose of the invasion is to take over the nation of Ukraine and either absorb it into Russia or install a pro-Russian puppet into power, the justification for the invasion is an entire topic in and of itself. Before the invasion, Russian separatists shelled the town of Stanitsa Luhanska, wounding 2 teachers and cutting off power to half the town. According to Russian state-controlled media, this attack was orchestrated by Ukrainian forces. However, nearly every other intelligence service with 2 brain cells to rub together called this claim bullshit almost immediately. The attack is known as a false flag operation, where one group stages an attack disguised as another group, often to justify an escalation of their choosing. As we are all gamers here, viewers might remember the No Russian mission in Modern Warfare 2, where Russian extremists shoot up the Moscow airport in order to justify a war with the United States. The title of the mission, No Russian, is a reference to the attack being a false flag operation. Although not
killed
nearly
their
as
own
extreme,
citizens for that.
Vladimir Putin sure as shit tries to sell it that way, even going as far as falsely accusing Ukraine of a genocide in the east of the country and handing out around 700,000 Russian passports so their actions could be justified as protecting Russian citizens. Mr. Putin also went as far as accusing Ukrainian society of having become pro-Nazi. However, this claim quickly falls apart under even the slightest bit of scrutiny. From what we could find, rates of neo-Nazi behavior in Ukraine and Russia are quite similar, and even though there is indeed a group within Ukraine with around 10,000 members, this doesn't exactly reflect the nation's 44 million people. In fact, Ukraine is the only country outside of Israel with both a Jewish head of state and a Jewish head of government, with President Zelensky's grandfather actually serving in the Soviet army to fight against Nazis and losing 3 family members to the Holocaust. Ultimately, Vladimir Putin could have just accused President Zelensky of shitting in his cornflakes and saved us all the trouble of listening to his bullshit excuses to invade. The invasion itself started on the 24th of February, with Russian forces attacking from occupied Crimea in the south, the Donbas region in the east, and the Russian puppet state of Belarus from the north, which viewers might recognize as being run by Harry Potter's uncle, who rigged the nation's elections after he was about to lose to a YouTuber. This truly is a strange time to be alive. Almost immediately, Russia struck as many key military installations as they could, including weapons depots, airfields, and command centers. President Zelensky would then declare martial law and immediately sever diplomatic relations with Russia. Fighting would break out all across the country, with at least 100,000 civilians already having evacuated, many being accepted as refugees, into Moldova and Romania. During the opening day of the invasion, thousands of war stories were written for the ages, but perhaps the most famous was the invasion of Snake Island, a tiny piece of land just 35 kilometers from mainland Ukraine. At around 6 in the evening, Ukrainian border guards posted on the island were approached by 2 Russian Navy ships and ordered to surrender. The official response to the request was, quote, "Russian warship, go fuck yourself," which might just be the most acute case of big dick energy recorded in the last decade.
Wait,
The
what?
Russian
They
warships
actually
would
said
ultimately
that?
open
That's funny.
fire, wiping out all 13 of the island's occupants, who would then all be posthumously awarded with the title of Hero of Ukraine, the highest military honor in the country. Russian defense media would later claim that the island was occupied by 82 Ukrainian soldiers, who all surrendered voluntarily. By the end of the first day, 137 Ukrainian soldiers and civilians were declared dead. President Zelensky ordered a general mobilization for all males aged 18 to 60, and Russian forces had taken control
Jesus.
over the Chernobyl nuclear power plant for old time's sake. On day 2, Russian forces had entered the district of Obolin, in the nation's capital of Kiev, less than 10 kilometers from the Ukrainian parliament. By this time, the Ukrainian Minister of Defense announced that all citizens, regardless of age, were eligible to volunteer for military service. President Zelensky asked residents of the capital to prepare Molotov cocktails for the imminent arrival of Russian troops, as well as hand out 18,000 guns to residents who wanted to fight. By this time, it was expected that Russia would already have air superiority over Ukrainian airspace. However, it appeared Ukraine's air defenses were intact, if not degraded. US intelligence announced that Russian troops had not advanced as quickly as either they or Vladimir Putin would have expected. However, warned that Russia had only used around 30% of its overall massed troops for the invasion. By day 3, a Ukrainian fighter jet shot down a Russian transport plane south of Kiev, ending another day where Russia had unexpectedly failed to gain air superiority. Russian forces successfully took the southern port city of Berdyansk. However, its northern invasion force was less successful, suffering logistical issues, which stalled the advance of tanks and other armored vehicles. Meanwhile, despite offers from the United States to have him evacuated, President Zelensky stated, quote, "The fight is here. I need ammunition, not a ride." US Secretary of State Antony Blinken would make an announcement the same day, declaring that $350 million in weapons, ammunition, and various military equipment had been authorized to be sent to Ukrainian forces. the international response to the invasion has been overwhelmingly negative, and excluding a few authoritarian states such as Belarus, Iran, Venezuela, North Korea, and Syria, there wasn't much love for Russia. China on the other hand seemed to be mostly indifferent to the invasion, while the Taliban called for peace between the two sides. At the same time, NATO-aligned countries were busy charging up a collective spirit bomb of coordinated sanctions. The European Union declared it would be imposing the harshest package of sanctions it had ever put into practice, while the United States piled on with its own targeted sanctions to both banks, as well as powerful Russian billionaires close to President Putin. The United States also instituted export controls, which would restrict Russian access to high-tech hardware and software, of which any part was developed within the United States. Not only does this make it extremely hard to fix security vulnerabilities, but eventually it will make it near impossible to replace military hardware, forcing Russia to rely on its current stockpile. The United Kingdom also joined in on the sanctions, excluding Russian banks from the UK financial system, and freezing the assets of around 100 key individuals and entities. Other nations such as Australia, Japan, and Canada have all enacted various degrees of sanctions, while Germany has halted certification of the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, a huge piece of infrastructure designed to transport Russian gas to heat an estimated 26 million German homes. On the 27th of February, Ukrainian allies decided to block Russia's access to the global financial system by banning Russian banks from accessing the SWIFT payment infrastructure. What this essentially means is although Russia will still be able to make transactions, it makes it much more complicated and expensive to do so, making it severely difficult to import or export anything within the country. This, combined with the Russian ruble hitting an all-time low shortly after the invasion, certainly doesn't place the country in a comfortable position. The reason as to why exactly Vladimir Putin would decide to invade has been a matter of debate, but according to Mark Galeotti, an expert on Russian security affairs, it might be as simple as a matter of pride. Mr. Galeotti said, quote, "It's not about Russia, it's about Putin, and this small circle of people around him, who dominate this country. This is a view of a bunch of old men who can't quite get over the fact that they are no longer running a superpower. In many ways, there might be truth to this statement. Russia's influence on the world stage has significantly shrunk. Since the fall of the Soviet Union over 30 years ago, the empire was broken into 15 separate states, and Western influence
15?
has reached the doorsteps of even Russia's closest neighbors. Russia's economic situation is also laughable when compared to similar-sized nations, with the US states of California, Texas, and New York, all individually having larger economies than the entirety of Russia. At this stage, I think it's appropriate to compare Putin to the president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky. Unlike most world leaders, Mr. Zelensky didn't start a career in politics. Rather, he finished his law degree before starting a career in comedy. Fast forward to 2015, and Zelensky would star in the television series Servant of the People, where he played a high school history teacher who would go on to become the president of Ukraine. After his anti-corruption classroom rant went viral, the production company then decided to create a political party named after the show, and after just a 4-month political campaign in 2019, Volodymyr Zelensky would become the president of Ukraine, with a staggering 73% of the vote. By the time Russia invaded, Zelensky's refusal to leave the capital effectively ended Vladimir Putin's reputation overnight, as no amount of photo ops of the Russian leader fishing, riding on horseback, or attending judo tournaments could possibly be as Chad-like as standing steadfast in the face of a much larger invading force. If the invasion of Ukraine really was a project to prop up Putin's legacy, it seems Volodymyr Zelensky is about to become everything Putin's carefully curated propaganda wishes he could be. Support for the invasion within Russia is difficult to properly determine, as although there were protests in 51 cities across the country, the nation's tightly controlled media isn't exactly a good representation of the general attitude of the Russian people. What we can do, however, is see exactly what kind of coverage the invasion is getting in Russian media, as the Russian state-controlled news network, RT, is available on YouTube for anyone to watch and enjoy. It took us around 10 seconds to find a video which is entirely propaganda and is complete with a comment section filled with Russian bots to spread support for the invasion. We'd like to make the point that so far 100% of our news coverage this year has been age restricted, which doesn't appear to be a problem for a channel openly supporting Vladimir Putin's invasion. It's very likely that events have continued to unfold in dramatic and unexpected ways in the short space between writing and editing this portion of the video. However, we expect this will become a regular segment for the series long into the foreseeable future. With this month of news
Let's
over,
talk about the
we'd like to
invasion of
thank our
Ukraine.
growing list of
The
Patreon
monthly
supporters
invasion.
for sticking around for so long. With YouTube the way it is, having the luxury of being able to say whatever the fuck we want is obviously a huge benefit for a series attempting to tackle some seriously dark topics. On top of this, it also lets us start more ambitious projects that might take an upward of 6 months to reach the light of day, something that would otherwise be impossible if we were left entirely to the mercy of YouTube. As of time of writing, we are only 3 more Patreon supporters from our next stretch goal, which is as exciting as it is terrifying. If we manage to hit this milestone by this time next month, we'll release a completely open poll where viewers can vote on literally any video idea they could imagine. This could range from a review of a specific game, the comprehensive history of Mediterranean cheeses, or a tier list of the best mid-priced doorknobs. We honestly don't give a shit. It's ultimately just a fun way to thank everyone for supporting the channel and being the best bunch of wholesome degenerates we could ever hope to have the privilege of entertaining. As always, links to support us, follow any members of the team, or browse our list of sources is down below. And on behalf of everyone, I'd like to wish all viewers a happy March of 2022.
Ooh, Trash Taste podcast sounds pretty good right now. It's a nice like 2-hour thing that I can just chill and listen to while I... Yeah, hold on. Let's put on some Trash Taste. I haven't listened to them in a while. How many episodes did I miss? Oh my god! Always went snowboarding. Dying.
How do you put on a hoodie like a boomer? I don't know how you managed to find a way to do it. It's a fucking hoodie.
You ever worn a hoodie before, Chris? Oh my god, Chris in a hoodie just looks like that fucking like, hello fellow kids. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Trash Taste Podcast. I'm your host for today, Joey, and I'm with the boys as per usual, and we have a familiar face. What was that?
Want to say that again?
Alright.
It's like the biggest podcast in the world. What's going on? There's like people moving the set around while we're filming. You'd never get this on the Braun Japan studio.
Oh yeah, do you want to
Oh, yeah.
introduce yourself?
There's nobody in
Yeah.
there.
Do you want to introduce yourself to our audience, Chris?
Yes, it's your boy Chris, isn't it?
Your boy!
Your boy. It's your boy. Am I cool now? Because I say your boy.
Sound like a grime rapper.
Yeah, how you doing, guys? Good to see you all. Good
Welcome
to be
back
as well.
for the
Good to see
fourth
you.
time.
The fourth one, the big one.
Yeah. The big one.
Yeah.
Big one.
How you guys doing?
Yeah, doing all right.
It's another episode of Chris tries not to get cancelled.
Yeah.
Got 2 hours.
I wonder
everything
what
to
we're going to have to cut from this episode.
everything to play for. I'm in a good mood though. I was recently in Japan Times. I was described as affable. Right?
Affable in what sense?
Thinking of rebranding to affable in Japan. But I'm not just affable in name. I'm affable in nature. I don't even know what affable means. What does it mean?
What's the
Affable?
definition of affable?
It's somebody who's approachable.
Affable.
Affable, approachable, relatable.
Why not just say approachable?
Approachable in
I feel
Japan.
like a male cow.
I'm affable, and I bought Christmas presents. It's a little bit late.
Oh yeah,
Chris, it's February.
It's February,
What
Chris.
are you doing?
Well, you
Bringing
haven't invited
Christmas
me here in a
presents.
while.
It's definitely not the 21st of December we're filming this in.
I've been camping out the front of the studio for a whole month, waiting to be allowed in. My fault. Anyway, here we go.
Did you wrap those presents yourself?
Oh my God, you actually wrapped them up.
I am affable.
What an affable move.
Who's got what? What's this one?
You're the one that wrapped it up.
I've forgotten which one's which.
You'd be the
Shit.
worst fucking Santa ever. You just like at the kid's house, like fuck.
One of them is yours.
There's gone.
Oh,
That's
thank
you.
you very much.
Let me
And,
guess.
animation. That's you.
That's me.
Animation.
Animation. It says animation.
I have a feeling like I might know what yours is.
Yeah. Maybe.
There you go.
Oh my!
Before we
God,
open these
Chris.
presents, where's my present?
Okay.
Oh yeah, we
well,
actually have a
we-
gift.
we
for you.
have a gift for you.
We have a gift. Yeah.
What is it? Some sort of insulting artwork of me looking like a fucking bowling ball again.
No, well, we
Trash
want
Taste
you to
merch.
confirm your victory for most trip in
Yeah.
the
Most
Trash
trip,
Taste
yeah.
Awards this year. So we got you some drip, Chris.
Thank you very much, guy. Trash Taste
Try it on, Chris.
merchandise. Oh, thank you
Try
so
it
much.
on. Try it on, Chris.
Yeah, you should try
A
it
little
on.
bit later on in the show.
Oh yeah.
Will it actually fit?
Yeah.
Big size.
Try it.
It's
Give it a
big
shot.
size.
How dare you? Make some assumptions.
You'll have some drip now for once.
Yeah.
Open your presents then. Let's
All
get
right,
this out of the
all
way.
Should we do one at a time or just go all together?
Well, let's start
Start with
with
Joey, go on.
Joey. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
Why
I
is
asked the
this
man.
so heavy?
I asked the man at the toy store what all the kids want this Christmas, and this was what he said. Yeah.
Oh well, you picked right because I've always wanted this.
There you go.
It's the Mario Kart go kart,
Affable.
Okay,
isn't it?
that's actually
That's actually a pretty
That's the one
decent
I-
joke.
you got batteries.
and I got batteries.
That's
Okay.
exactly.
My fan
First
of those
time
things.
where batteries are included. Thank
Affable,
God.
isn't it? Affable.
Is this the one that I played around in your studio?
No, it's not as expensive as that one. That's cheap.
It's the cheap shit one.
But you can drive that around and drive Aki mental.
Hell
Drive it
yeah.
around the apartment. She's gonna like. Yeah.
That's such a cool toy.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, thanks, Chris.
Appreciate
that.
friends.
Let me see, let me
Go on.
see what I got.
So this is a shared present with you in Sydney. Now you've got your new place, and I figured.
Oh, thank you very much.
I thought that was a bottle of wine.
Yeah, I thought that was a bottle of wine.
I honestly thought this was a bottle of
I
wine.
think
but we
Garn's got
a-
enough wine.
We've got
But
a
you-
yakitori, sir.
You can enjoy that with your wine.
Thank you very much.
And cook some yakitori.
This will be perfect in our new kitchen.
You look like you're really forcing yourself to say that. This will be
Genuinely, we've been looking for more kitchen appliances
There
because
you
we're experimenting with a lot of cooking. So thank you very
nice.
much.
And don't worry, it's not
Why is it so heavy?
it's not a bomb. Don't worry.
Oh, look. Oh, it's a poker set.
It's a poker.
This is for you, Chris.
So
It's
you
like
can-
Connor's like, when I come to your house, I can take all your money.
Well, I
It's good,
I did beat you poker
have
recently.
So for legal reasons, we need to say we don't obviously bet money on poker
it's
because,
illegal.
because
Definitely
gambling is illegal.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Fucking heavy. What are these chips made of?
Maybe next time you can beat me at poker. Now you can practice at home.
I'll beat you next time.
wait, he beat you at poker?
No, I beat him.
Okay.
He needs to
So
practice.
this is-
I beat him as well. I beat him
Destroyed
as well.
his
That's
rubbish.
what happened, right? We were getting. It was the night was going
die,
on long.
please?
I'd already
There
collected
we
all
go.
the money. Let's just all or nothing. Let's come on. The night's over. And then Chris won. And then now he won't let me forget it.
That's not what happened. We went for 2 hours. It was 11 p.m. when we started.
Yeah.
And Connor was winning for the first hour. And he's like, "What time's this place closed? What time's it open?" It was like until 1. He's like, "We'll stay all night. We'll play." And he did really well. He was doing really well, to be fair. He annihilated this poor Japanese man twice, and he bought back in sheepishly, got annihilated again. And Connor was like, "Oh, sumimasen, I'm just too good." He was like sipping his cocktail, like sumimasen, sumimasen. Oh. And then I was like biding my time. I'd done quite badly, and Connor was like, "Come on, Chris, you've got to step up your game, mate."
I
And I had,
genuinely
like-
thought Chris didn't know how to play poker for the first hour because he just didn't do anything.
And then I had a good hand. I think it was like Ace King.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's a good hand.
and I was like, putting some chips. Connor was like, "All in." I was like, "Cool." And Connor was like, "Oh."
Exactly like that.
And then I went, "What have you got?" He went, "Nothing." And then he lost. Or he kind of like decimated his pile. And was like,
Yeah.
"We should probably go home now then." It's over, isn't it? What time does this place?
This also wasn't for money. There's a lot of places in Japan where you can gamble for like
Yeah.
fake money. which you can't buy anything with.
Yeah, it's
So
it's
Monopoly.
like it's the show.
So Monopoly money then.
Yeah, Monopoly.
I didn't know that at the time. I thought we could get
Gambling
money.
is
We could
illegal
get
in
money.
I thought you could
So
like
boring.
get
What the
drinks
fuck?
or something with it. But then you can't get anything.
Man, maybe I'm not moving there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think
I don't even gamble, but what the
I
fuck?
think even drink.
What if I do want to gamble someday?
Yeah.
because there's a big poker scene, weirdly, in Japan. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of poker places in Shinjuku around that area.
Well, I mean, there was
Tons of different
talks.
areas.
There was talks of opening that casino in Yokohama, right?
Oh,
Recently, and then the Yokohama government was like, no, actually, we need room for pachinko machines.
Yeah, I think it would be good
Yeah.
for Japan to get casinos.
I think so,
So
yeah.
they can realize how shit pachinko is.
Yeah.
Get rid of these noisy fucking
It's
places.
the worst.
Right, the day they introduce casinos in Japan is the day gacha dies.
Yeah, basically. Or it levels up. Or depending on how you view
All
it.
the
Yeah.
playing cards won't be your traditional king. It'll be like anime wife.
Be like Vice Schwartz cards.
It's like, what do you mean you can win this thing called money?
Yeah.
and chance machines. That doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
I just like to imagine that all the poker tables are themed after like the Yu-Gi-Oh arm things. It's like, hit me, dealer. Put it on the, goes on the thing.
I would play poker if I was given one of those. That'd be
Bro,
sick.
you don't win money, you win life points.
Yeah, life
How
points.
amazing is
You
that?
can exchange life points for money.
So much hypocrisy in Japan with that.
So
Hypocrisy.
if I don't understand how there can be a big poker scene in Japan if you can't win money. I just
Well, I didn't know that before I played. I
Yeah.
thought, we're going to walk out of billionaires. And the guy was like, "You've won, well done." And he gave me like some Monopoly money. I was like, can I get a drink of this? He was like, "No, you can't do anything. Get out. That's what I
like
am."
you've won 1 million Zimbabwe dollars. You are now a millionaire.
It's like 50 USD.
I was pretty disappointed, but I beat Connor, and that was enough.
That was
You
enough
know.
for Chris.
Well, no, the one that you guys went to, which is the same one that we went to.
I did take you there after.
Yeah, was like you get Monopoly. It's like a block, right? Like a plastic block you get that you
Right.
can exchange back to play another round of poker.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you
so it's
win.
a scam.
Yeah. So what you win is just the chance to compete again.
Yeah, yeah. You get to. It's like a play for free pass, basically.
So wait, do you have to pay to play in the place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we
You have
paid-
to buy
we
in.
paid like $40 to play, thinking that maybe we'd get a drink or something.
Yeah.
We didn't really. I mean, to be fair, it's on us for not knowing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you can just play again in the future if you happen to go back to the same bar in the exact same place, and you remember to bring your piece of paper that says you had money.
Which I did.
Which
I
Chris
used it to beat
Yeah.
Joey.
They probably like never expected.
We started playing poker, and he was like 3 times as many chips as me.
Well, it's because it was
at the
hard-
beginning.
Because it was like
Equal
4
footing.
Japanese men's all entire earnings that I'd gotten and given to Chris.
So what, you can't even exchange it for prizes or anything
No.
like that.
At least the pachinko you can exchange it for prizes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right? Surely.
Yeah, surely if you can do pachinko, there must be some weird workaround where you could if you wanted to, but maybe it's not worth it.
Well, that's what I thought.
I think the pachinko one typically is in another building, right?
It is,
The
yeah.
cash out.
Yeah.
You cash in your balls, and then conveniently, just around the corner, there's someone that wants to buy your balls. And that sounds really wrong, and I regret saying that now. But, and he'll buy
Purchase
the
your
balls. and I'm like,
balls.
what a coincidence! I want those balls. Here's $500.
I actually need ball bearings, funny enough. I've been starting my own factory. Yeah, pachinko is
You're
a
not
strange
dead.
thing.
I hate pachinko.
Yeah.
I feel like it's such a blight on the countryside as well.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Every countryside in Japan is like just depressed. There's nothing. Business is dying.
Yeah.
Except for the palace of pachinko. That
It's
looks
like-
it's like the Monte Carlo casino in the middle of the rice.
Yeah,
field.
well, that's the
It's
thing. It's
ridiculous.
like, you know that an area in the Inaka is like really fucking booming when it comes economically, because there's
Yeah.
the pachinko parlor in the middle, and then all the businesses surround the pachinko
It is
parlor.
Yeah.
really sad.
Yeah.
I got like brag. I've got like the #1 video on pachinko, right?
Yeah.
And you watch it, and you just don't understand why people play pachinko. I made it, and I just don't get it.
Can you play pachinko? I mean, that. Like,
Well,
we
it.
played it on my
And I
video,
gotta
right?
say,
I gotta say,
it's
like,
pretty
yeah,
fucking boring.
I,
Yeah.
I
Really
didn't
boring.
really play it.
Yeah.
You know, I've never felt like an IRL autoplay game until I played pachinko.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
You know, you turn a knob, and that's it. Is that gameplay? Does that count as gameplay?
It's
I
like
don't know.
the subtle like wrist move.
Oh, it plays itself. It's brilliant.
In the video that I did, I had Natsuki, and he was like, I'm professional. I used to be a professional player. I was like, really? And we gave him, I think, like 1,000 balls. And we had to see how many he could get in half an hour. And to be
Yeah.
fair to him, he did get like 4,000. And he
wow.
claimed he had a strategy. Just luck. as the
luck,
strategy.
luck.
It's a 91 degree angle, not a 90 degree
It's
angle.
bollocks.
I'm sure there is, but like, why is like you just get like wrist cramps after like 10 minutes of playing? It's awful.
I don't get it, man.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
I don't get it. I don't
do
get
not
it.
understand the fascination. I feel like because it's the only form of gambling they have, so
Yeah.
it just works.
Oh, gotcha.
That's not gambling. You don't win money.
Well, you don't win money in pachinko either, right?
You do.
Yeah, you win prizes.
You win prizes.
No, you win money.
No, you can't win money in
can't win
pachinko.
money.
You get money. You exchange the balls for money.
No,
Can't
you can't. Yeah, you can only exchange for prizes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it becomes illegal gambling.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
sure
how they
about
get around that.
That's how they get around it.
Pachinko isn't technically gambling because you can't win money. You
Yeah.
just win prizes,
Yeah.
which you can
that
then
You
exchange.
can,
for
yeah,
money.
you can win prizes.
I'm near
You win
certain
you
you
win
can get
prizes which you then exchange for money.
I know in the building itself you can exchange for prizes, but I know if you want money, you have to go to the other building.
Right.
I'm near certain.
Yeah.
So you can, in the building itself, you can get like a bag of crisps for 10 balls. But if you want to change the balls for money, you go to the other building. That's fine.
I always thought it was you get the balls, you exchange them for prizes, and then you go to another building and you exchange the prizes for money.
No.
I thought that's what that was the workaround.
No, I'm near certain it's money. Can we fact check this, please?
The debate of pachinko.
Well, because-
either way, there is some legal loophole.
Yeah,
that
there's
is
a legal
getting-
loophole.
that is getting taken advantage of here.
Because if
So it is illegal to play pachinko for money in Japan, but there are loopholes around Japan's strict gambling laws, some stemming from the belief that the Japanese okay. Once could
yeah.
You can get money from pachinko. It
Oh,
is
no.
not-
Yeah, you can,
You
but
can
it's
get money
but,
from
yeah, you can, but it's
pachinko.
not a direct transfer.
It's not a direct
That's the loophole.
Yeah.
It's illegal to win prizes directly from the game.
Yeah.
But so that's where the prize comes in.
I know you
Yes,
can get money,
but it's a loophole.
You couldn't get money. What do you
no,
want?
No, you can't get money directly
you can't officially
from the
get
machine.
money.
Yeah, I know that's not what I was arguing. I said you can get money from it. You just go to the building outside.
But that's where the loophole comes in.
Yeah, that was never in contention.
Yeah. So the basically, if they bring in a casino
Cut
to
that out of the video.
Stupid.
so basically, if they bring a casino to Japan, they have to do the same thing unless they change the rules.
Yeah.
It's like you win blackjack and you win a teddy bear.
Places have changed the laws before. It's not beyond comprehension. I think.
This is Japan. Colin.
Basically, you get the amount of, like, for example, the receipt that says that this is the amount that you get for a certain token.
Yeah.
So this token, you can't exchange it for money within the same.
Yeah. So
Right.
It's for money. People aren't playing for toys. Why do you think people would
No,
spend their whole life?
I never
know
said that.
I know people who don't play for toys. I know that there is a way to get money, but I know that it's very much in the grey area for like.
That's why everyone's playing it. No
Yeah,
one,
yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Grey
no one's
area.
playing
Grey
it for a
area.
fucking plushie for 9 hours. Of
course. You never know. Some people might.
They go to fucking eBay.
I mean, there are people who play crane games, right? So it's pretty much the same
Can't
thing.
understand those people.
Well, actually, you guys have all done the crane game.
Don't let me talk about that bloody crane game bollocks.
Yeah.
I hate
how
crane
much?
games.
How much did you waste, Chris?
I think, how much is it? $500? We might have just
and
burn
you got
that for
nothing.
fun. I'd have more fun just setting it on fire than wasting my time trying to catch that fucking monkey.
This is a good transition into what you think about crane games.
Shit. Awful.
Yeah.
Hate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Never again.
I don't, because I recently did it as well on Connor's channel, and I asked Connor, I was like, so how much stuff did Chris win? He's like, oh, a bag of chips. And I was like, what?
No, I won at least
Did he-
two bags.
Did he have arms? Like,
He won 2 bags of chips and he won a knockoff kettle.
And the reason was I didn't cheat like Connor. I didn't ask the staff. I was sorry, could I have some help?
That's what
As
you-
Connor's
that's what
going,
you're supposed to do.
You
Though.
have to do
boring.
that.
I like to play by the rule book.
But
Well,
some-
oh, look what happened.
I'm a man of honour. I
Some-
play by the rules. I don't need help.
They're not playing by honour. Why should you?
Yeah.
To be fair, I did win though, and the woman, I was like, "Can I get my crisps out?" And she had to like remove it from the machine, and she went, "Yeah, sure." And then she just put it back on the shelf. I suppose and I was standing there, "Are you taking me for a mug? What's going on? Give me my crisps." And like a
The
supervisor
manager,
had to
yeah.
come over and be like, "Sorry, here's a winner. Give him his crisps."
I watched,
He's a winner.
I watched the footage back. It's quite funny because there was a big sign on the machine that said, if it gets stuck where Chris has got stuck, that you win
Yeah.
the prize.
Yeah.
And then he just put it back.
Bastards. It was awful. There was like nothing fun about it. Nothing
Yeah.
fun.
It's fun up to like the first prize you win, and then you just kind of feel like a monkey pressing buttons afterwards.
And I was trying to get a monkey, Curious George or something. Was it?
Yeah.
Curious.
Don't
I
pretend
can't believe
you
you just
forgot.
gave up on that. Like,
The machine took my money as well.
Wait, wasn't Curious George really like popular in Japan for some reason? I forgot. I think he was.
So not only did my prize get like put back on the shelf, even though I'd won it fairly, I put in like $100 just went up in smoke. And I had to get a woman over to try and get the money out. And while she was doing that, I was still trying to catch fucking Curious George above her. She was like digging through the machine, like trying to get my money out, like a Indiana Jones excavation. Shit, I hate crane games. I hate everyone that plays crane games. Especially hate Connor for making me do it. Never ever again. Ever. Ever.
It was a good arcade though. That Sendai one was my favourite one, I think.
Biggest in Japan.
I know, yeah.
did it have the best prizes?
I genuinely think the prizes were Maybe the Taito one has the best ones.
Yeah.
I want the ramen maker.
The
right?
shit kettle.
And it's just a kettle.
It's a rebranded kettle. That's
It's
like
a kettle.
infringing on copyright.
Well, you put boiling water and then you just put your noodles in. And they're like ramen kettle.
So it's just a cup.
It's just like a bowl of.
but it's
shit.
got like a budget knockoff of the Nissin cup noodle.
It does,
on
doesn't it?
Oh.
I mean, honestly, the favorite prize that I got was my fucking home ramen, like Thai ramen. They had instant
Oh, really?
ramen. That was like my
That's pretty
favorite
cool.
prize.
Oh shit.
It's cool
Yeah.
just seeing the variation of different machines that they have. There was one that was like a balance board. In, one of the
Oh,
ones.
yeah, there
It
was.
was a balance board for a crane game. So you move around with your feet to
Yeah.
like choose where the crane.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's awful.
Is it?
You can't control it.
Oh right.
You just cheat and get on the floor and move it.
I can't think of any cool one. I guess I want like aloe hand cream for like 200.
Hello hand.
I used one of the small ones, and I was like, I
Yeah.
put in 200 yen. I got this like aloe hand cream.
Isn't there a better way to spend $500?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course there is.
I'm not doing it for a smart financial decision.
It's
I'm
content.
doing it for content.
It's content. Because people like you seeing you fail, Chris.
Yeah, to be fair, you crying at Curious George for 20 minutes and a cathartic experience.
I love seeing you get cool.
I think my blood pressure went up that day. At one point, I was like in a machine, being like, "Fucking piece of shit." And I looked around, there's like a little kid just watching it. I was like, "Oh, Tanoshi desu ne."
But the video
And
came
like-
out so good because that was probably my strongest performance as well, and I was absolutely just murdering all these machines.
Yeah, but
and
that's-
then it cuts
that-
to the dichotomy of Chris
Yeah.
just struggling for his life to get a bag of crisps.
At that point, like, you've done how many crane game machines?
Yeah.
Like,
You're a
3,
natural born
4?
instander, Chris.
You'd
Yeah.
say that, but the
Somebody
one
else
that
is
I
killing
did
all
with
the
Joey
other
was
mobs.
by
God
far
damn
the
it.
most difficult. It
Oh,
was
really?
Oh, the
tough.
Shinjuku one
It
was
tough.
fucking
It was tough.
so hard.
It was tough. It was tough cranes.
Although I
But-
still got more than Chris.
Would you
Yeah.
would you say that there is an actual technique to crane games now that you've done it like?
I
5
figured
There is,
out
there
a
is.
technique.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think here's the thing. I think some machines, the level of difficulty isn't decided by the crane; it's the size of the item they put in.
Yeah.
Right.
There are some things that, like boxes, like some of the figure boxes, right?
God, there's so many enemies here.
They're like just too big, where they're just no matter where you push them, they're gonna fall in.
Yeah.
And once they fall into like like it's
Like a dip.
it's like you can't get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of there's
So you got to reset it. Like,
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to work.
And that's when you're gonna call the staff and you'll be like, Sumo saying help.
Yeah.
You're just supposed to sort of gradually pick it up and nudge it slowly towards the edge.
you are, but
exit, like the
some
hole.
again like some boxes are so big and so not
Heavy.
good at moving that they'll just naturally just fall into that the moment you stop moving them, and they just hope that you just give up.
Yeah, I remember in my episode, like I asked the staff lady, I was like, "Is there like a technique of
Yeah.
any kind with any of these?" And she's like, "Oh, like people who are really good at it, just like figure out the physics." And I'm like,
Figure out the
I'm like,
physics.
cool. I have to be a physicist to figure this shit out. Amazing.
You can maybe make a profit on it if you're like
Yeah.
really good, but it's just not
Yeah.
worth it. Like, why would you do it?
Yeah, I remember when I asked for advice in my video. So the guy like on the crane, like he tells me, "Oh, you got to get in this position," which was like the position you do to like before it flips over.
Right,
So
right.
he easily gets it into that position, and then he's just like, "Okay, so what you do after you get in this position?" Then he opens the box and he goes, takes his hands out and goes, "You just flip it over," and it goes in the hole. And I'm just like, "Brilliant! All I need to do is fucking just have a pair of keys and push it over with my hands. Why didn't you tell me before? What an easy technique."
I just get like PTSD just thinking about it.
I thought Chris was like just playing it up for the camera, but he
No,
was
no.
genuinely furious after the video. He was just angry.
There's something about exchanging that amount of money and just getting nothing,
Yeah.
nothing in return
I got
except
plenty of
stress.
stuff.
Yeah, you didn't get what you
I
got was
think the value-
worthless.
No, I got maybe like at best 200 quid worth of stuff.
That's why I only play rhythm games when I go to arcades, because you get the experience you pay for.
Massive helicopter
AC30 going about.
coming to take Connor away. But, finally, back to Wales. Crane game, yeah, crane game. Extract him back. Drop him in the Sea of Wales. This is a place I just made up.
Those videos come out way more fun than they are to shoot. That's for sure.
It was like what, 4 hours shoot.
Yeah.
It's just not fun.
It was for the first like hour and a half. I thought I was like, "Oh, this might be a decent video," and then like the rest of the video, it's like you just run out of energy.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, what do I say about this? What do I say? Pushing the same button for like the thousandth.
But then the videos
time.
come out really fun. They're really just
oh,
nice
yeah,
and
yeah.
easy to watch.
Yeah.
What did you win? Rem or something, wasn't it?
You remember the name?
REM?
REM.
One of my favorite
Shiny
clips of-
band.
Shiny happy people.
One of my favorite clips of all time is when he's getting confused about Ram and Ram, and then I explained to him that Ram is her sister.
So, why Ram?
Ram
Ram.
is her sister.
Ram
twin
is
sister.
Like a beast, like a sheep. Like a sheep.
Like a male sheep.
Like a sheep or something, isn't it?
You see a ram and you're like, that's a beast.
Do we have a rem?
No, we don't, actually.
Wait, you never bought a rem?
No, it's
We don't have a ram.
Why are they called like Rem and Ram? Why not like something else?
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted.
But like, are they from Japan? Rem.
No, the fantasy characters.
Ram.
They're from like...
Who made this up?
Yeah,
Where are they from?
Do you know any twins in real life?
No.
Because the only twins I know in real life, the names are Hammy and Sammy.
What?
Hey,
I
no,
swear
I-
to God, I swear to
no
God.
fucking
I swear to
way.
I don't know any twins.
Who named
that
their
have,
kid
like,
Hammy? Oh my
I
god,
don't have
please
any of them.
lock them up.
What's
Oh
the
my
story
god.
of
Oh,
Rem and Ram?
Rick and Roberto as well. I guess that makes more sense.
Rick and
Yeah.
Roberto.
Hammy and Sammy, yeah. So we know, yeah.
What's
I know
the
two
story?
twins.
What is Rem and Ram about? Where's
That's not the name of the show.
Rem and Ram? I mean, is it a Japanese?
Rem and Ram's
So
excellent
it's a
adventures.
Japanese visual novel, and got
Light
made
novel.
into an anime. Oh yeah, light novel. Sorry.
Yeah.
And it got made into an anime. And
It's called ReZero.
Yeah.
They're two maids, and they're demons, and they're very enjoyable characters.
Why do you like it so much?
It's a good show.
Why is it a good show?
I like the characters.
Why?
I
What
like the
what do
world.
they do that make you think yes?
They're very caring for the main character.
It's like a son getting in trouble by his dad.
I feel like I'm asking reasonable questions here. Like, what's the attraction
It's
of the
hard because you
show?
need to watch the show because there's a few scenes with this specific character.
Yeah.
Ram is just very endearing,
Yeah.
more so than most anime.
She affable.
Very affable and
Not as affable as you.
Oh,
though.
wow.
Not as affable
You know.
as you, obviously.
Born
but-
Japan, hashtag.
And she gets rejected. It's really like sad. She pours her heart out.
Spoilers.
Everyone knows that now.
I'm going to go and watch it now. Where can I watch it?
I don't know.
Online.
Online.
Alright.
Yeah.
Legally online.
Legally.
Usually online.
Always legal. Great.
Go and watch it. Let me know what you think.
All right. I'll watch at least
Chris
one
would not
episode.
enjoy
People would pay
ReZero.
good money to watch you.
Actually, yeah.
Exorbitant
You
amounts
need
of
to
money.
do like a show where you like commentate over. an
Just you
episode.
watching like non-Satoshi Kon anime would be hilarious, actually.
It's not perfect blue. I'm not in. To be fair, I rewatched. You see, it's like low-hanging fruit. I watched Akira again for the first time in years the other day.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful film.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
forgot
it
how
is.
amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Akira's
Mike's
brilliant.
behind
but,
you.
like,
Yeah.
I was like feeling emotional watching it. I was like, yes, this is
feeling
just
emotional.
perfection. This is like what everything
so
should
good.
be.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So
It is,
fucking
it
good.
is, like the animation is fucking incredible.
And that's where I need to. I'm thinking sort of to become, like the anime man. I want to get into anime.
I mean, it's free real estate right now.
There's,
So
there's a gap in the market.
yeah, there's a
now.
gap in the market right
so why
now.
don't you watch anime anymore?
Don't go into this.
That's a good question.
Why you're the anime man?
I don't want to go into this,
What?
man. Like, we've been into this before.
So it's like you
The
don't
anime
watch it
man
as
doesn't
much
watch
now?
anime anymore.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
fine.
much.
So I can be the new anime man.
Please,
Yeah.
please.
Theater watch this.
Yeah, I'll crack open an Australian cider that
Cracking
Oh,
them
yeah.
open now. All right.
Chris brought some Australian 3 Oaks. He brought some 3 Oaks cider.
Taste it back home, Jay.
Yeah. These are actually pretty good. They're better on tap, but
Doing a good job
Cheers,
changing
boys.
subject.
There's
Isn't
so much on the screen right now.
Don't worry, Chris. I'll get you into anime. These two are posers.
Did I just
I'm the real
dump-
anime fan.
it? Who's the
No,
most?
the
Who is the
anime-
most anime man
The
here?
anime that he'll recommend you will bore you to death.
yeah,
Like,
they're all reincarnation
You'll need
stories.
A fucking flowchart to figure out what's going on.
so you know, I did watch your anime and review video. I think it must have been like 2 or 3 weeks ago, where you sort of had like your
Go through
lineup
the-
of things you recommended watching. That was
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
interesting because I was like, I want to learn about anime.
Yeah, I mean, I make
Dance
those.
the man.
I can't take you seriously when you say
I'm
that.
not joking.
I want to learn about anime.
I want to learn about anime.
You know,
It's like hearing my
my dad.
Yeah,
is
it's like my
telling me,
dad is like,
oh,
yeah,
I
so-
want to learn about this Minecraft thing.
there was this thing called animation. But like,
I heard about these things called Let's Plays.
Gant is like the good one, and I want to hear his He's the voice of reason and credibility.
Gant is the good one.
He's the voice of reason, and I thought if I want to learn about anime,
Well, I mean, you're already
Here you
into
go.
anime, right? Like, you like Satoshi Kon and Akira?
yeah, I love them.
That's anime.
But I mean, just by watching like 4 films doesn't make me like into anime.
But there's a lot of shows that are like that in the same
Right.
vein that I reckon he'd get into.
Ghost in the Shell.
I mean, there's no one that can
low hanging
replace
fruit again.
Yeah, like, I'm not saying it's like exactly the same or better, but like, you know, it's kind of in the same
the
vein.
same vibe.
Yeah, it's the same vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've neglected anime. The reason I don't watch anime is just because growing up I didn't know anyone that watched it, and
Right.
there was no sort of
Would you
way
say it
in,
had
right?
like a bad connotation as well to watch anime? To be
A
like,
little bit.
Yeah.
Certainly in the UK, I think it's seen as like a very geeky, losery thing.
I think
Yeah,
everywhere.
I
back
don't think
then
that's
it was
fair.
like
I don't think
that.
that's
Yeah.
fair at all. But
I mean, it's a lot different now. Like, you know, we've said multiple times, like, you know, I think when we were growing up, like our age, you'd get bullied for watching
Oh,
anime.
fuck yeah.
But nowadays you get bullied. Nowadays kids, yeah.
Only for breathing.
Nowadays kids get bullied for not watching.
Yeah.
Or not watching certain
That's
anime.
what
not watching
that's
popular, right? And
That's
it's
what
like,
popular kids
what
are
it should
watching now.
yeah. All the popular kids are like, I love Naruto.
Based on your filmography.
Fully. But no, I do want to investigate a bit further.
Investigate.
Investigate. You're saying this as if you're like, going, like
I want to dip my toes into this anime business. What do you recommend? What, based on what I know and like, like Ghost of the Shell, Akira, Satoshi Kon, feed that into
Wait, have you
like-
seen Ghost in the Shell?
Yes, of course.
You know, like the iceberg.
Not the live action.
Not the,
This
oh,
is
shit.
literally
Don't
like
talk about that
iceberg.
silly film.
I think
He's watching like the best of the best, and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
degenerate.
I think
the deeper you go down, like
that's how you get someone into anime.
Yeah.
I think you'd really enjoy Bakuno.
Bakuno.
Oh, yeah,
That-
Bakuno's
that's,
good.
that's like a good entry-level TV series.
What
that-
happens?
Okay, so it's kind of like hard to
explain.
explain.
Like
It's
one sentence.
all right, it's kind of like a Quentin Tarantino, Guy Ritchie film turned into an anime.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good synopsis.
Yeah.
Good little line to get me in. Yeah.
Actually,
That's what I wanna hear.
anything Naito Diogo makes is kind of like that, right? Like Durarara is also.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a much more exciting description than what he said about Rem and Ram and Ram.
Oh no! I don't think you'll like ReZero. I have a suspicion you might not like ReZero. You're not gonna like ReZero.
Story,
At
she's
all.
endearing. Oh, brilliant! I don't want endearing. I want Tarantino.
They're not even the main characters. This is the funniest thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's the main character? Rom.
Rom. That is actually a character in ReZero.
That is a character.
There is an
I
actual
can
character.
predict anime. I know anime without watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the old guy who.
oh yeah,
Yeah, he's the old guy.
Is he endearing?
Kind of.
He's kind of affable, yeah.
Affable. kind of affable.
That's the word of this podcast.
Other anime.
I was thinking maybe something like Redline. You might like.
Well, okay, what films?
Animation.
God, the
films?
girl's name is
Sci-fi,
Ran, and I'm
sci-fi,
fucking
gritty,
just giving me the
bit of something
instructions. I
dark,
hate my
some
life.
sort of neo-noir.
Oh, Psychopaths.
Psycho Pass.
Cowboy Bebop too, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first one I thought of.
Everyone says I would like Cowboy Bebop.
I think you'd like Cowboy Bebop.
Should I watch it on
Cowboy Bebop.
Netflix? Or is that?
No.
So okay, so there's two versions of Cowboy Bebop on Netflix. Go for the animated version.
Did it get cancelled?
Yeah, season 2 got cancelled. Yeah.
That's sad, isn't it? Sad. Sad when that happens.
Yeah, I think you would really like Cowboy Bebop
FPS
and
dying.
Psychopaths. Yeah, I think you like Psychopaths.
Psycho Pass.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Psychopaths.
a
yes.
dystopian future where you're rated based on your mental health score.
Sounds like real life, Connor.
Yeah,
Dystopian future. That's now.
well, no, it's like there's an all-knowing algorithm that knows your
YouTube.
mental health stability, and if you're like psychotic, it kills you.
Right.
So it's kind of like
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
yeah,
it's a fucked up show.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And of course, who's going to do the killing? But these enforcers. And it's a pretty harsh story where you follow with these enforcers having to like basically murder people, and it's really fucking fun.
Yeah, it's really good.
So
Sounds like my kind of thing.
It's
so-
actually really good, actually. Now
they
that I
have
think
they
about
have
it.
this gun, right? They have this gun, and you point at the person, and the gun scans what their mental health is, and if their
It
mental health,
quantifies their mental.
yeah, if their mental, the gun goes from just stun gun to just obliterating a person to their atoms, based on how bad their mental
What's the
health
gun
is.
called again? It's like Annihilator.
Dominator.
Is this like a
that's it.
future where the
Yeah.
dislike button was never hidden then? Because now it's gone, my mental health is so much better on YouTube. But that's a cool premise.
Yeah, it's a very cool premise.
I'll
really
check
good.
it out. Psycho Pass.
Psychopaths.
I actually think you'd enjoy that, actually.
Because if you're a psycho, you pass.
Is that? I think it's more the opposite. If you're a psycho, you don't.
So psycho die.
Psycho die.
Still really old and out of the times now.
Now, you-
Help me
You
get
should,
in.
you should start titling anime Psycho Die, Ram and Ram.
Yeah,
Rem and Ram.
Ram and Ram.
All right. I'll get into. I'll
you'd
check it
probably
out.
enjoy it more than New Matrix. Then
I feel like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's more into general, like, films, right? And,
Yeah.
and cinematography and
Perhaps.
staying up with the news and stuff
But I
like
think
that.
a lot of the best cinematography comes out of anime films. Just watching Akira the other day, I was like, holy shit, the cinematography of this is
Oh
like
yeah, brilliant.
the best 10 out of 10. So I kind of want to go down the anime rabbit hole. And
Yeah, I mean, like, do you-
explore them a bit more.
Do you still look at films the same way now, or do you focus more on cinematography and just the general filmmaking craft?
I still think
God,
I
my
do look at
PS is dying
cinematography
so
a lot, but I
much.
still
What
think
is going
story
on?
is really important. Like I just
Yeah.
watched The Matrix 4,
Yeah,
Resurrections, and it was all right. It's very meta. It kind of comments on itself a lot,
Yeah.
and I recommend watching
Tired
it.
of fighting these
But
fucking
there's no
bosses.
sort of replay value. I ask
Might need a
myself,
break.
a film is good. If a film is good, I want to rewatch it.
Yeah.
And if I don't want to rewatch it, can't even say rewatch it.
Yeah.
If I don't want to rewatch it, then it's not overly great. in my
Right,
opinion.
right.
I think you'd like One Punch Man.
One Punch Man.
I think you'd like it.
I don't know.
I think you'd like it.
Really?
I think so.
I think anyone can enjoy One
I
Punch.
think you'd find it amusing.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the cinematography is insane.
But there's a point. But I think there'll come a point where you watch One Punch Man and be like, oh, this is joking.
I mean, I think you'd enjoy it. I don't think it'd be like your most favorite anime
Right.
of all time.
It's no Satoshi Kon.
It's no Satoshi
It's no
Kon.
Satoshi
Or
Kon.
no, there is no Satoshi Kon.
What did you say?
unfortunately.
What did you fucking say? I'm going to stick you in a crane game machine. Head first, Connor.
It's good like popcorn entertainment.
Yeah, because I remember this weekend I finally saw Dune.
Yeah.
Not in cinemas, unfortunately. So I didn't.
Oh, no.
I didn't feel the subwoofers.
You
but
didn't,
like
you didn't feel the voice.
oh my god! Like even
That film needs to be watched.
even watching it on my TV, I felt like it was getting bass out of the TV that just didn't exist, man. Like I don't know how it was
Like a
possible.
subwoofer was
that
formed.
$300 TV, I know, because you have the same one. That would not do it
I watched
justice.
that at IMAX. I nearly cried. It was like my ears
Yeah.
were like bleeding. like Hans Zimmer, but like that was pretty good.
But my god, like the cinematography in that was fucking insane. I thought.
Dude,
Yeah,
Dune
what's
is
coming after FPS,
one is good if Dune 2 comes out, and if it's good.
It is coming out,
Well,
right?
it is coming
it
out.
is.
Okay.
But I mean, is it going to be good? I mean, the
Yeah.
Dune one was amazing if Dune 2 is good.
Because like it was weird because it didn't feel like I was watching a movie. It felt like I was watching a HBO TV series,
Yeah.
something like that. Like when it ended, it felt like it was an end of an episode rather than just an end of a movie.
Right.
But it wasn't necessarily
I
bad.
didn't really like the ending, and I hate. Oh, I don't know if it spoils it, but just by saying the last line of the film, where she's like, "This is just the beginning."
I was like,
Oh no! Don't say that. That's like, there's a storm coming. That sort of like shit line you see in so many films.
I mean, to be fair, this is based off a 60s book. So
yeah.
you have to
liked
put
it.
that into consideration.
But other than that,
7,
it
8
was
out of 10. I think
good. How much?
7, 8 out of 10. I
Maybe an 8.5.
I'd give it like an 8 or a 9. Because the story just picks up from there as
Yeah.
well, like if you read the books. But yeah,
I mean,
so I'm looking forward
it
to
was just like my kind of story where it just
OBS?
set up the world really well. I
It
was
did,
more
yeah.
interested. Like I watched the film and then I just went on a binge of just lore explanation
Oh,
videos
yeah,
because I'm
yeah.
just like, there are so many interesting aspects to this world that they just kind of didn't have time to explore.
Yeah, Frank Herbert was nuts, dude. I don't know
yeah.
how he did it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like how old's the book now? Like fucking
Well, first book was 1964.
My God.
yeah.
Can I spoil one thing in it? Can we do a spoiler warning?
Okay,
Sure.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler. One thing I really didn't like about the film is that they had this really. So again, spoilers. Please watch Dune, please, if you haven't. This is really supposed to be, especially like a really impactful scene where he kills someone for the first time.
Yeah, that was very good.
But then, like, it's supposed to be a really big deal, but they just like bring it up like 1 second before he kills someone for the first time. They're
Yeah.
like, by the way, he's never killed anyone. Starts stabbing a man to death, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, don't really think that was that difficult.
it's a bit anticlimactic.
I wish they'd
isn't
have
it?
like built it up from the start, so that other than that, that's the only gripe I had with
Well,
it.
it's a strange film because the big set pieces happen sort of halfway through rather than at the end.
Yeah,
And I felt
yeah.
a little bit. I'm all for changing up the.
That's enough. What is killing my FPS? What?